Hey everyone, and welcome back to AS Advice. Firstly, I just want to apologise. It's been such a long time since I've done a video. I've just been so busy with university work, been so busy at school teaching that I've just really not had the time to get around and make a couple of videos for you. I looked at my emails today actually, and I had a couple in there, and I was like, wow, I need to start making my videos. And now the Christmas holidays are here, so I can finally get around to doing that for you. So today I'm going to be talking about a topic that I knew was quite inevitable. I knew eventually I was going to dedicate a video to this, and it's about dieting. I've had so many emails come through my account right now about what do I eat, what do I not eat, and just so forth and so forth. So I've just kind of picked one, and I'm just going to read it out to you. Hey Adil, thank you for your videos. You are a star. I need some major help though, as my physio is cracking down on my diet but keeps telling me what not to eat. And it's very frustrating as most of it is part of my daily routine, and I'm struggling to find a balance of what I should be eating and what I should not be eating. Can you please help me? Firstly, thank you so much for your email. I've actually been looking through a couple of them, and there's so many questions about what should I be eating, what shouldn't I be eating. So your email really summarises most of them for me. So just to begin with, I'm going to say to you that there is loads of information talking about starch-free diets. Now, if you're not aware, having a starch-free diet apparently for people with Ankylosing Spondylitis or any form of arthritis is really good, because apparently it keeps the inflammatory levels down for us, so we can have a more of a comfortable day-to-day routine. Now, how much validity there is to that, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I've never really had to look into it at all, because I think it's never really concerned me so much, and here's why. I completely appreciate when someone says to me that I have a very starch diet and it's very hard to just and not eat it anymore, especially when you think about how much starch actually plays a part in our diets. You know, it's in everything we eat. Name three on top of my head: rice, pasta, potatoes. You know, we eat that all the time in pretty much our daily lives, and it's really hard for someone just to turn around and say you can't eat that anymore. Now, as you can see, I come from an Asian background, so for those that don't know and for those that do know, we have a very fixed diet: curries and chapatis. That's pretty much our main key eating thing we have. And I probably on a daily basis on average at least have 2 to 3 chapatis. Now, chapati's wheat, that's what it is. And what's wheat? Wheat is starch. Now, I have this, I'm talking about on a daily basis. Now, you know, I've also been at university before, and you know, anyone at university is watching this video, pasta is something that you live on. You know, we're not rich, we're poor, and that's one of the most easiest and cheapest things we get. So my point of saying this is that I really don't believe, and this is my opinion, for some people I've read online that having a starch-free diet works, and that's terrific, and I'm so glad it's working for you. But for me, having a very large amount of starch on a daily basis hasn't really affected my life that much. I don't think that it's actually really increased my inflammatory levels at all. And here's why. Instead of focusing what increases the inflammatory levels, I've really spent most of my time focusing on what decreases. I mean, that's what the pills are, right? Anti-inflammatory drugs. So what is the point of focusing on what can increase it? Why don't just focus on things that will decrease it? What Asians eat is such an advantage to them. There's so many ingredients in there that just help us. Ginger, garlic, spinach, turmeric, cherries. You know, all of these are just anti-inflammatory ingredients. That's what you should be really eating, especially ginger and garlic. That's just in our food all the time. And you know, spinach is a key ingredient too for most of our curries. I'm sure most of you've had curries and you will see spinach in there, you will see some sorts of like corianders in there. There'll be loads and loads of stuff in there, and I have that on a daily basis. I really can't remember such a time when I've not had some form of curry in my life. Even when I was at university, my mum would always pack some Asian food for me to take, and you know, and I ate it there, and it's always helped. And I think what I'm trying to really say by this is that I appreciate when someone turns around and says to me that my diet is very pro-starch, that it's very difficult for me to not have a diet that doesn't contain some form of starch. So what my advice to you, find foods that are anti-inflammatory. Now, I'm not going to go through a huge list. You can go onto Google yourself, just type in anti-inflammatory foods. On top of my head, raisins, fish, mackerel, garlic, ginger, cherry, turmeric, salmon, olive oil, cauliflower, spinach. They're all anti-inflammatory foods. Try to put that in with your diet. So the underlining message of this whole entire video is stop worrying about all the foods that contain starches. Focus on all the foods that are designed to be anti-inflammatory. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my video. Do subscribe to my channel. I do have a Facebook page down below, so you can get in touch through there. Email me any questions you have for the future, and I'll promise I'll make all the videos for you. Thank you. Bye.